Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. In the previous episode, we had met with Prince Balka over here in his resplendent Mancoon. Sorry, Prince Blubba the Lardnificent. I thought that was a great title. But we are back in Honor Hill after some Kourna playwrights tried to assassinate him. And of course failed. So now I'm trying to find who on earth gives us the next quest. I think it's this Royal Finance Minister, yeah. So Prince Balka has gone off somewhere. When an obscure Kourna playwright books a private performance at the posh Balka Amphitheater for a premiere of a questionable work, you know something is amiss. I didn't want to complain because he paid us a heaping sum, and with Resh sending her protection forces in, we didn't think anything of it. I would warn Kahani at the Miravelist immediately. Her party is defenseless. Let's make haste. Alright. So we gotta go warn Kahani that the Kournans are up to some shady stuff, because of course they are. They're Kournans. Listen, I don't want to profile them, but, you know, Kournan's up to some shady stuff, you know? I already summoned some demons. Help, they came us out of nowhere. What are these creatures? Alyssa, protect us. Oh boy. Such faith will end with your life. Another Mesmer boss. I wonder what Anthem of Guidance is his elite. That's not the one I'm looking for. Why can't I check the spear? Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, Margaret leveled up. Perfect. Talk to Kahani. Thanks for the assistance. The fact I was a trap wasn't surprising. Balka had the wool pulled over his eyes. I bet that Morgan wasn't in charge of the attacks. Talk to Headpiece Vamani. He'll tell you how to proceed next. Vamani? Sure. Let's go with that. Kourna. It's weird that all the buildings in this game don't have roofs, or at least the things that are kind of supposed to be buildings. Like this is a temple, right? Like where do the people stay? They don't just chill outside, do they? What happens when it rains? Or snows, apparently, because apparently it snows in Vabbi. I highly doubt Morgan was involved in the attack on the temple. It would seem that Lissa has yet another lesson to teach us. This one, I fear, may be my final. These twisted humans are known as Morganites, the oldest or part of Abaddon's initial battle with the gods, where the youngest are twisted and blessed through Varish's dark rituals. Some of us in Vabbi aren't as blind as our leaders. We must prepare. Okay. Interesting. So yeah, that's a thing about the Morganites. The Morganites are those things we've been fighting. And they're either ancient demons from the old times, or people twisted. So the actual group of people known as the Morganites. I've mentioned this very long ago in one of the Let's Play episodes, but the Morganites actually originated near the Crystal Desert region. So like up here. If you remember all those like weird ship structures we found in the Crystal Desert from like an ancient civilization, they used to live on the water back when the entire desert there was an ocean. Those were the Morganites, actually. So they used to live up there before essentially they got corrupted by Abaddon to fight the gods, more or less. As they did during Palawajoko's reign, the princes have fled the hidden city of Adashim. This time, however, Varish will merely storm the vault and slaughter them. Someone must free them before it's too late. Few people know its location, even fewer know how to gain access through the secret entrance. Without a prince or one of their personal guards, it would take a greedy thief with time and motivation to breach it. That corsair friend of yours should be of some use. Take her with you and search the halls of Chokin for clues in the whereabouts of the hidden city. The hidden city? That sounds exciting. I hate research. Yeah, so this is the other... There's only 2 points in Nightfall where the story kind of splits off depending on your hero choices. So we picked Margaret way back here in Kourna and decided to storm Gandhara and save Cormyr. So now that we have her, we are going to go find the princes who are in this city. There's actually the 3 princes, more or less, they split up into 2 groups. So these Talcora's dad and Prince Blaba went to this hidden city of Adashim which we've heard kind of rumors about, to essentially hide and away from the Kournans. But the other guy, the dude who has the like crappy place over here that's mainly wilds and stuff, he's like, nah, I'm a stand up and fight. I like his character. He's quite a good character. Well, Prince Baka's the best character, like funny, amusing wise, but he's actually like a, you know, take no shit. He said, demons, bring them on. But he's the dude that you would go to if you picked the Master of Whispers. So that will be the next sort of thing we do. And then after that, there's actually no more splits in the story based on who you picked. There is one more side thing you can do that'll give you some slightly different gameplay. Essentially, there's two. Remember how we picked up Acolyte Sosuke or Acolyte Jin way back in Istan? Well, there's another optional heroes you can get, and they have a little bit more story and stuff to them this time. So we will be doing that. Are you gonna res your pet? Yeah, there you go. Now the pet leveled up to 14. But yeah, there is one more side objective you can do, which is actually a little weird that's not part of the main story. There's not a lot of... In Nightfall, they kind of really wanted to show off the heroes, so there aren't that many optional heroes. There's only this one pickable optional hero that comes up soon, and then there's one that you can miss that's post-game. But those are the only two missable heroes in Nightfall, which is pretty weird. There's quite a few missable heroes in Eye of the North, but we're going to get them all. I'm probably going to get them all in my main, because I actually don't think my main has any of them. Because none of them are super good professions, but we're going to get them anyway. Just in case I ever want to go for that completionism on my main. By the way, let's read a little bit about Mahanu Township. Prince Metu rules this farming community that serves as the gateway to the holdings of Chokin. Metu has arranged for every child in the village to be taught to read and write so that someday they may join his corps of collectors and researchers who roam the world, adding to his volumes of his ever-expanding library. So if Honor Hill is kind of like Baka's collection of like weird people that work for him that's a little bit sleazy, this is like basically a town near one of the other princes that he takes a lot better care of because he's a lot less of a absorbed blob. But still a weakling, but at least he's a nicer guy. But this is like his little area he rules. This is kind of like important to note because the other prince, the one who has the kind of crappy area over here, he actually doesn't have like really like a town. Like this is just a town. He doesn't really have like a town because most of his area in the story is just wilds and like cliffs and kind of uninhabitable. So he doesn't have like a full village or whatever. So that's kind of actually cool that they remembered to represent that he doesn't have as many people to rule over as the others do. But this is, again, much like the other area where this was a huge kind of almost felt like a town in an explorable area. This one here is a very similar thing. And if I had to take a guess why these aren't actual like towns, like true towns, if you know what I mean, and they're just out in explorable areas, my assumption is because they have to change stuff with them during quests and stuff, that they need to be in explorable areas so that they can change stuff with them, like enemies that spawn there and stuff like that. because I don't think they have the ability to really change what goes on in a town, kind of based on where you are in the story and stuff. So I think that's the practical reason that it's like this. Do you see anything about Adashim? We have to keep looking. So we have to bring Margaret around, basically. But we're also going to have a little bit of a run around this guy's palace. We probably should have got... There's not as much, really, to see in Baka's place, but I kind of do want to show off this place a little bit. This is pretty cool. So the quest marker's over there, so we're going to go the opposite direction just so we can see a little bit more of this place. It's like a little pathway. So still very elegant, but not as theater-based, more scholarly kind of thing going on. Or that blue stone that represents like Vabian wealth, more or less. Some water features down here. The flying carpet bridges. It's a cool bridge. Some floating gardens here and a pond, some greenery. Pretty cool. I regret not making the ritualist on my main account and making the mesmer on my main account. That's something I was just thinking about. But yeah, these are like essentially his libraries. These like scrolling texts. It's like Twitter. It's ancient Twitter. Here's some big fluffy pillows and stuff you can sit on while you read. Although I love the idea that he has a library, but I'm not sure there's any actual like bookshelves or anything here. I think there's only those like scrolling like things. There's a rune trader. That's kind of flavorful for a scroll trader. Those like scrolling rune things. So the idea that you could take a book and go sit down somewhere, like you'd have to pick up the entire pillar and just bring it with you. So just imagine somebody laying on this and having one of these massive pillars, or like at least the massive like sheets of flowing text just like rolling all the way out there. But it's really cool. I really love the design here. The like text. That's the duality of Lissa. It's priceless. Hi, lady. Oh, it's Goren. That was the person who was helping Baka. What? Oh, it's you. I'm no lady. I mean, I am, but oh, never mind. The name's Margaret. You shouldn't touch that book, Lady Margaret. The library's defenses came alive once the princes fled. Nonsense. We have to check the duality for a place filled with gold. I'm in. Alright, let's check it. That wasn't so bad. Oh, never mind. Someone else level up? Is someone else not max level? No, nice. Weird. Maybe I got a skill point. Yeah, I gained a skill point. Okay. That was easy enough. Let's talk to Goren. The boss says I better stay here and guard. I better not move or he'll get angry. Prince Baka ordered me to warn his fellow princes. He did tell me what to do if I couldn't find him, so I decided to kill demons until I get a better idea. Prince Baka said something about fleeing to the hidden city. I will help you get in. I need to find him and ask him what I should do next. Meet me in the Mirror of Bliss. I love him, Goren. He's a little silly. It must be rewarding to work for a prince. Not really. He yells a lot and his breath stinks of pungent spices. Sounds bad. Yeah, but golden shackles are still golden. They're also still shackles. It's an interesting view on life. Want me to show you how to get the hidden city of Adashim, Lady Margaret? Wait, Goren, how do you know how to get in? It's just Margaret, and sure, it beats reading these crusty scrolls for hours. Okay, follow me to the Muralist. I will show you to the hidden entrance. Cool. So Goren somehow knows the way in. I don't know how, but I love that trope basically of like the stupid person like doing something silly just to ask like their employer or whatever what they should do next, like Goren here, who's like, I need to go take y'all to the hidden city so I can ask him what I need to do next. It's just such a silly concept. Alright, let's go find Goren though. He's down here. We don't get to spend enough time in Vabbi. I wish there was more to do here. It kind of feels like the region that's the lightest on stuff to do. I'm not even sure there's challenge missions or anything in Vabbi. I don't think there is. It feels rather light. Despite the fact that it's probably my favorite region. Get these effers. These things are super freaking annoying. Got all that gold though. Let's go find Goren. He should be over here. Yeah, there's Goren. So all you have to do is dance like this and the door will materialize. Are you serious? Dance? Yeah, just dance like you would in a town or when the mood strikes you. You know, slash dance. Okay. Let's get down with our funky selves. Oh, the Lock of Adashim. That's a cool shield. Aha, you move with the grace of a headless chicken. Nonetheless, welcome. I am the Lock of Adashim. The hidden city is closed to all but those who speak the proper words. You have called upon the Lock of Adashim speak properly, and you may pass. Goren, come here and talk to this thing. Does the slow, brutish one wish to speak most properly? If he fails, you will be destroyed. Make sure you are prepared. We are ready. Goren, come and talk to this thing. Meanwhile, the Fortress of Jahai. Oh shit! More and more. Mark.
Located the sun spears.
The sun spears are completely irrelevant. Everything is ready. We must move at once.
Dun dun dun.
Surely there is an easier way.
No. It all comes down to this. We must do this not only for the good of Kourna, but the good of all Elona.
Perish, I fear for the priests.
The followers of Lissa will be unharmed. I respect your faith, Morgan, and would never harm it, even in Abaddon's name.
Perhaps if I spoke with them, they would let us proceed.
No. No. Let me handle this. Your precious priests are safe. But I must ask you, old friend, where your own loyalties lie. With your faith, or with your homeland?
My loyalty is to you, Varish. To you and to Kourna.
Thank you, old friend. Ready the troops, General Morgan. We move out! Ah, Morgan, your heart is good. It is a pity there will be no place for it in our new world.
Dun dun dun. Meanwhile, at the hidden city of Adashim. Oh, whoa. That's a cool effect. It's a big lock.
The hidden city of Adashim.
I've heard of it. It is filled with wealth, piles of golden coins, niches filled with riches.
From here, the princes command the power of the Jinn.
Intruders,
What in the name of the gods?
the god Princes of Vabbi. Leave now or perish.
We seek an audience with the princes.
The princes will see no one.
We are their allies.
They have ordered us to keep all others out. We will keep them safe.
They're hiding. Hiding while the rest of the world burns.
Wouldn't put it past them.
Only death awaits you here. Go no further.
If we want the princes, we'll have to go in after them. Into a stronghold filled with traps, wards, and hostile jinn.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun.
Goren. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fun. Dashta Vestibule. Let's go turn in this quest. And maybe we'll have a look around in the start of the next episode and stuff. So let's talk to the Lock of Adashim. Welcome to the hidden city of Adashim. Watch your step. Oh, that's it. That's all the quest log dialogue. Watch your step. Oh, okay. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of today's episode. I want to thank you for coming out. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.